coulda, woulda, shoulda. Hi everyone, welcome back. It's your fave Naledi M official, and today you are sitting here with me on Hotspot. Now, as you guys know me, I am the mukbang queen. I like to eat on camera, but one of my favorite things to do on camera is to cook on camera. And I know that I haven't done this in so long, and this is hugely inspired by the fact that I love watching cooking shows. I literally watch Food Network like at all times, you know what I mean? For today's video, what I'm going to be doing is making you guys my special one pot lamb stew. I've got everything that I need right here, all my ingredients, and also my favorite lamb, and I'm going to show you guys how to make this in literally just minutes and allowing it to cook for a while. But also, I really want to tell you guys some old stories that I used to share when I was young with my mother, and kind of tell you guys where the inspiration kind of drew from. So this video is inspired by one of my favorite shows on the Food Network, and it's actually called Chopped. It premieres on the 15th of September. You can watch it. It plays at 7 p.m. Central African time. And let me know what you think, because I actually love that show. I genuinely love that show so much, guys. I've always imagined to be on one of like the Chopped shows, and I know that they actually introduced a Chopped South Africa as well, so make sure to check that out too. But I don't know if they ever got into a second season. What I'm going to be making is my favorite lamb stew, and before we get started, what I want to do is start prepping the veggies. And by veggies, I am talking about your onion and your garlic. Now, I like my stew just stew. I don't like normally adding carrots, potatoes, anything like that. I just like my meat to sit and to cook for a while. And all you need is an onion and some garlic cloves. So let's start prepping the veggies. So guys, my love for cooking actually stemmed from growing up with my mother. So my mother used to cook all the time. Like, everybody loved my mother's cooking, and I think just over the years, I lost my mom at a pretty young age. I lost her at 15. But I think the passion of cooking just kind of stayed within me, and I actually really liked cooking a lot. I would cook at home growing up with my parents, but then I guess I just lost, you know, the zest for it. However, one of the shows my mom and I used to watch together a lot, one of the channels was Food Network, and we would watch a lot of shows with that other lady as well. I think it was Nigella, and then we got into Chopped. So I think we liked Chopped. I loved Chopped because I really like the energy in the kitchen. I like the whole surprised products, like, you know, when you always open the box and you never know what to expect. That's one of my favorite things about Chopped. So right guys, now that I've really kind of done my onions, I'm just gonna quickly prep my garlic. Now, you normally can have 1 or 2 cloves of garlic, but because I am a fanatic when it comes to garlic, I literally can put in up to 3 cloves of garlic into my lamb stew. Have you guys heard of the new show that's coming out by Gordon Ramsay? It's actually called Untitled, and it's going to be featuring on National Geographic, I think on the 8th of September, if it hasn't already premiered. Make sure to check it out. I'm really interested to see, because I actually prefer Gordon Ramsay over Jamie Oliver. I've always preferred Gordon because he's, yeah, right? He's always cutthroat, and he's always been a tough person in the kitchen, but Gordon Ramsay is also quite a perfectionist, and I feel like I see the same qualities of myself in him. So that's actually why I really enjoy Gordon Ramsay, all of his shows actually. But I'm really excited to watch Uncharted. I think he actually cooks in the wild, so make sure to check that out.
Hi y'all. Hey, apparently she's cooking.
I am, and my sister,
don't take her seriously.
My sister's the judge. My sister's the judge.
I'm already worried.
So I really feel like cooking brings me closer to my mother. I do feel like her not being around, cooking is like my love language, and it's one of the things that I really enjoy doing. If there's one thing I enjoy doing, it's cooking. But do not make me do the dishes, because I will go home. Okay guys, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour the onions and the garlic inside. Can you hear that sizzle? Oops, spilled a little bit there. It's already becoming translucent, and you can smell like the fragrance of the onions and the garlic kind of coming together. I feel like I'm in the kitchen of Chop, just cooking and watching the time. What's the time? I'm making an appetizer round and I'm making a little bit of a lamb ragu mixed in with a little bit of tomato puree, decked in with some salu and anything else that I don't know how to say. Next thing that I'm gonna use, guys, is the mother-in-law spice mix. Now, if there's one thing I love is mother-in-law spice mix, but if there's one thing I don't like, it's mother-in-law. No, guys, I really love mother-in-laws. So we're gonna mix that in. And you can already tell just that mixture with the onions and the garlic is really just gonna help take out the fragrance of the onions. And that's one of my favorite things about cooking. Now guys, my onions are translucent, so I am going to be taking the stewing beef. I'm basically going to be taking all these little nice pieces and throwing them into the pot and letting them brown. So the trick here is to always let your meat brown, because if you cook your meat in immediately and it doesn't brown, it's not really going to have those flavors infused. So you want to make sure that you brown it first. And I'm gonna take these really nice pieces and throw them in there. I'm gonna add just a teeny weeny bit of salt. You don't wanna add too much salt, but a little bit of salt really goes a long way. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna let the meat cook for about 10-15 minutes, and then I'm gonna show you the rest of the steps that you need to literally give you an effortless lamb stew. It's so good. Okay guys, now I just want us to check. It's been cooking for just a little bit. Now we just need to check before we add the 2 final steps, and we'll be done. Oh, would you look at that? Now you can see that the lamb is genuinely cooking. Oh, that looks so good. The next secret is definitely diced tomatoes. You can't make any lamb stew without tomatoes, but when I want to cut through time and I don't want to use actual tomatoes, I really love using canned tomatoes because they have so much more flavor. I normally opt for the ones with herbs, but you know what? I can settle for these ones because they're just as good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour them into the pot and kind of let them cook with the pot and a little bit of water and just let them cook through. The next trick here is to definitely get a glass of wine after a long day. No, I'm kidding guys. We're gonna take some wine, and for lamb stews I prefer to use Merlot because Merlot is a really heavy body of wine. I wouldn't use Cab Sav and I wouldn't use anything else like Shiraz or Pinot Grigio because I feel like Merlot is really heavy and it's just gonna add to the depth of the lamb stew. So what you wanna do is pour in there, obviously according to your own preference. If you like it with a lot more alcohol, then you're welcome to do that. But I just like it because it really deepens the color of the food. So I'm gonna pour it in there. Ooh. Right. Because Merlot is also a really heavy body of wine, you want to make sure that you don't pour too much because you don't want to get drunk off your own lamb stew, right? My sister's laughing. My sister's laughing at my cooking and she has to taste it. Another trick that Gordon Ramsay taught me is to always taste your food. I don't know how people cook without tasting their food. So my sister's gonna come do a taste test just to taste here in the kitchen how everything is looking so far. Guys, can you please come taste? Oh my gosh. I think I put a little bit of lamb. I put a little bit of red wine in there. A little. Okay, are you ready to taste it?
Nope. Hey people.
Kathy's the chef today. So we're mimicking Chopped, but the only difference is I get 40 to 45 minutes. Definitely not 20. I wouldn't be able to pull that off. How are the flavors?
Oh yeah, that's good. Rich.
Bodied. Bodied it. I bodied that.
Not too salty. It's nice. I
Yeah.
can taste the wine, but also at the same time the flavors are coming through.
Guess who's going to the second round? Me! Me!
Yo.
Okay guys, so now the stew is officially cooking. I just want to show you guys what it looks like before we add our final secret ingredient. As you guys can see, it looks absolutely amazing. It looks so good, so rich in color, so rich in all those flavors. And you see, even the tomatoes have kind of helped create that kind of stewy effect without having to add any sort of potatoes and carrots, and anybody else who just likes their stew as being plain stew like me. So the last ingredient that I really want to add here is that when life gives you lemons, you add a little sugar and make lemonade. I can't cook any stew without adding some sort of sugar, and that's because I like my stews on the sweeter side. So I'm gonna take maybe just a little under a tablespoon and I'm gonna add some into my stew. The trick here is to not overestimate the power of sugar. I once added too much sugar and it felt like I was eating sweet beef, okay? And it just wasn't working. So the trick here is just to, if you feel like a tablespoon would be enough, add less. So that's exactly what I did for this because I cooked very little, so that's about it. And that's it, guys. The stew has been cooking for a little over 30 minutes. I think, actually no, the stew has been cooking for a little over 45 minutes. I think in just about 5 minutes it'll be ready, and then it'll be time to serve. So I'll see you guys when it's time to serve my dish. So guys, it's been a little over an hour and I think the lamb stew is finally ready. I just want to show you guys what it looks like. And wow, look at that. That looks so good. I'm so excited to hear what Judge Malola's gonna say. That's my sister. My sister's actually a really good cook, so she makes the perfect critique for this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour a little bit for her on a plate, and she's gonna come here and judge the food. Ooh. And then I'm just gonna wipe my plate and maybe add a little bit of black pepper. Maybe just add a little bit here and there, because I absolutely adore black pepper. And there we have it. So now I'm just gonna wait for my sister to come and taste this and give you guys a taste test, and that'll be the end of my video. Oh my god.
Go somewhere. Well. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Oh really?
I mean it's great, I guess.
It's amazing.
It's actually really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's actually really
Am
good.
I moving to the second round?
Yes. Of course.
I'll be holding my thing like this going.
I think even the taste of the wine has gone down because it's gotten time to simmer down, which was nice. It's soft. It's really, really good.
Thank you. And that is it, guys. That is the end of my little Chopped session with my sister. Please do make sure to check out Chopped. It actually plays on Food Network channel 175, and it does air on the 15th of September from 7 p.m. Central African time. But until then, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you guys do want to see any more videos with me cooking, make sure to comment down below. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video with Hotspot. Bye.